Adi Lewis through to the final. He's beaten John Henderson, Alan Norris, Simon Whitlock and now Mensur Suljovic to get there. Suljovic had done really well. He's beaten Mervyn King, Michael Smith and Ian White, his second TV semi-final of the year. Well, Daryl Gurney, what a story it would be if he were to beat Michael van Gerwen. It would be incredible. Van Gerwen having dominated 2015, he's won 17 titles, 7 on the big stage. Can he do it tonight? It's time to find out. Here's John.
Hello, welcome back to the action, coming to you live from Butlins, Minehead. Who will join Jack or Adrian Lewis in the final? You're about to find out as the Professional Darts Corporation proudly present the Cash Converters Players Championship Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the semi-finalists. Firstly, would you please welcome, making his way into his first ever televised semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, the dude, Daryl Gurney! Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the world #1 and the former champion of the world, mighty Michael
The odds are 7-1 against the world number 41, Daryl Gurney, pulling off a shock against a superstar, Michael van Gerwen. Let's see if it can happen with Chris Mason and John Rawling.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, it can happen, and it has happened. Listen to this for a stat. They've played twice before. First time Michael van Gerwen won. Second time in a UK Open qualifier in February last year, Daryl Gurney won it. So, in career results, it is one apiece. It was in the last 16 of that qualifier. There is Daryl from Derry in Northern Ireland. After that, he went out to lose in the quarter-final to Andrew Gilding, who in turn lost to Phil Taylor, who in turn lost to Stephen Bunting. I think that's right. Anyway, it was... I think that's somewhere around there anyway. But the fact is that he beat Michael van Gerwen. But van Gerwen has looked imperious here, Chris.
Yeah, certainly has. Tournament average of 103.44, our world #1. Just starting to dominate.
But he'll have taken notice of Adi Lewis's wonderful performance in that last match, himself averaging 103.
Yeah, rock solid.
Is it going to be van Gerwen versus Lewis, or is Gurney going to spring what would be a vast gambling upset? Van Gerwen almost an unbackable favourite for this match, but you never know. Gurney, remember, beat Gary Anderson 10-4, but it was a terrific match earlier on. Michael Van Gerwen accounting for Dave Chisnell. Chizzy threw superbly, but just couldn't stay with him. The doubles on 8s and 16s just let him down.
Yeah, it's just a ultimate display of power scoring.
134.
Great start by Darrell.
Yeah, important he gets into the match early, and darts like that help, do they ever?
A great leader is Michael, but as we've seen in the past, can fight when needed.
97.
But I totally agree, needs to get in this match early doors and apply some pressure to the MVG throw.
Handy treble, needed that. Right, let's give him a chance if he gets chance to return.
He will now.
Well, can it be the early sucker punch, the early strike against the throw?
That's okay, 14 ball. Oh, double 11.
63. Michael require 90.
Well, he was after double 11, he didn't get it.
70.
Chance to come back.
22.
2 11s.
Wide of the mark first time around. A boisterous crowd, 3-4 now. Big darts.
40.
Oh, he'll got to be able to put those away against Van Gerwen.
Yep. Having to adjust.
Team shown the first leg. Michael Van Gerwen. Second leg is double the group.
He will rue that chance. He's not going to get many opportunities on the MVG throw.
It's a bit of a shaky start on his own. Alan and Stewart just relaxing.
140.
Nice cover shot from Gurney. Oh, that'd be handy.
96.
Van Gerwen's earned more than 900,000 quid in prize money this year.
Nearly pays as much tax as you, John.
60. Michael
Would it were true. Double 16.
89.
Gary Anderson next on the list, over 600,000. Then you have to go down to Phil Taylor, third on that list with around about the 400,000 quid mark.
65. Michael require 32.
Nice work. If you can get it.
Which, of course, is why it's becoming so competitive, the battle to get in the World Championship. The draw to be made soon, and final qualifiers tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, now it's a serious career option
95.
to become a professional dart player. Who'd have thought it?
Double 2 for 2-0 against the throw.
Just composing himself.
2-0.
You don't see this very often, but that's 2 18 dart legs.
11, 12, 13, 14 for fun earlier on. Host of big hits. Treble 80s, treble 60s rather.
Throw him like this, he'd only just about make my Wednesday night side.
He was throwing superbly earlier.
Thanks,
More like it. Come on, he says to himself.
And himself and his sponsors proud this weekend. Set his stall out for the World Championships, which start in just a few weeks' time.
Kim Huybrechts, Gary Anderson and Benito van der Pas, his victims on his way to this stage.
Not a bad resume.
95, Michael require 170.
3 quality players.
170 can't be done, so Gurney will have a chance to pull one back now. 126, what do you reckon, Chris?
419s ball or 619s. Ooh.
7's not really in the equation.
No, that doesn't work.
46.
Yeah, needed a trouble there.
114
for 3-0 for Van Gerwen.
Just got the feeling he's playing Michael rather than the board.
Tops.
74.
Now, needs to take this. Another opportunity. He doesn't want to blow it. 20 for tops.
Tops. Oh, that was a must take, wasn't it? That one needed that dart. Just seen Mensur Suljovic pretty much steamrolled by Adi Lewis. And Daryl Gurney into the match at a rather earlier stage than Mensur was.
He was lucky to win He was lucky to win one. Another 180 at the start of a leg. It's his third.
Here comes a big response.
140.
That's 4. Had a good year, Daryl Gurney. A couple of PDC semi-finals, 4 quarter-finals. He's been consistent in those floor tournaments.
58.
Now 29 years old.
$96.
That'll do. Michael should be down that part of the board. Well, another trouble, leaves 164.
Great dance. Now 140 to square up the match.
Just needs to make sure of a ton.
Needs to squeeze that treble. There it is.
Lovely setup. All he could do after that first start, and he'd be back.
94.
Right, for 2-2. Here comes Daryl Gurney. Tops required. He's settling into this game now. Turning round with a meaningful, purposeful look in his eye as he turned round to his friends in the VIP area.
Yep, 29 darts for those 2 legs.
There's a break at the end of this leg.
100.
And important, very important for Van Gerwen and Van Gerwen followers that he holds his throw. Kind of looks likely with that.
First 180 of the match for Michael.
Gurney's had 3.
97.
But he's away back now.
Trust me, after trailing 2-0, he would be more than happy to get out of this first mini session on throw. And trailing 3-2.
60. Michael require 53.
53 then to the 3-2 lead. Tops for Van Gerwen. So there we are, first little session over, and it was a battle, went both ways. Van Gerwen first strike, Gurney came back. The end product is that it's gone with throw. Van Gerwen 3-2, but Gurney very much in there, alive and kicking. Welcome back to Minehead. Big crowd here at Butlins. Vast majority of people who booked in for the weekend have of course stayed on for the climax here. Will you be my tigress? She's got to say yes, surely. Michael Van Gerwen, Daryl Gurney. People thought Van Gerwen would just steamroller Gurney. Gurney's had other ideas, and as you can see, 3-2. He's got the darts. Very much still in this match.
Well, if it hit that double 11 and then the follow-up of 3 double 4 and double 2, he potentially could be a break up and leading 3-2.
Van Gerwen's not quite gone into top gear yet. That's a 4th maximum for Gurney, as against 1 from Van Gerwen.
Will Gurney make Van Gerwen Gurn?
Tends to come when he's winning, doesn't it? So at the moment, it's more a look of slight puzzlement.
80.
Might get one now. I think it's coming. It's coming. Not quite. Not quite.
Should switch.
139.
Good thinking.
Santa. A little early.
98.
It's a month away now.
Uruguay 62.
12 for tops. Tops it is.
22. Michael Uruguay 84.
Should get at least 1 dart at the ball. Gets it.
That was a 14, the second dart to set that one up. Van Gerwen gets the break. First leg back.
95.
How Gurney would love to just nick one straight back for the good of his chances.
58.
Well, he's not rolling over and having his belly tickled, that's for sure. He's giving this everything.
Looking for his 5th maximum and getting it.
Advantage, Gurney to break straight back. Could do with the treble though.
55.
Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Van Gerwen might punish it. Coming down the board.
No might about it.
134. Double Uruguay 126.
Oh dear.
So Van Gerwen for 5-2.
Michael requires 74.
And if he takes this out, his grip on this match will suddenly look very much firmer. Tops. Things move on apace. 3-2. Couple of legs now. And he's looking an altogether more comfortable position.
115.
Holding it together well, Darrell.
Second maximum.
Is this where we see the MVG kick?
Not had a 9-darter yet. Van Gerwen's gone as close as anybody against Vincent van der Voort last night, just the wrong side of a wire. 180 followed by 140.
$58.
Almost a look of shock.
If you were Adi Lewis, having just recorded that victory, what would you be doing now? What would you expect that Adi's doing? Will he be keeping an eye on this, or just limbering up?
Yeah, he probably would have sat down for 10-15 minutes and then just started to... Well, we've got the World Youth Final in between this match and the final, so he's got a little bit more time. He'll just be kicking back and listen to a bit of music. Then he'll probably start to wind it back up again when the youth final starts.
Youth final is going to be a Stockport versus Germany affair. Van Gerwen going further ahead, 6-2 now. Another one against the throw.
The last 3 winning legs were completed in 11, 15 and 13, averaging 100.69. Darrell's just dropped off the pace.
58.
Just 11 needed, remember, to take a place in the final against Eddie Lewis, and it's starting to look as though it's going very much the tide in the way of the world #1.
58.
Starting to look a bit hangdog, isn't he, Gurney?
123.
He's walking in to a bit of a brick wall at the moment.
That World Youth Final, incidentally, you're going to be able to watch that soon. Max Hopp of Germany against Nathan Aspinall from Stockport. Good first dart. Double 18. And another one for Van Gerwen. Yeah, Nathan Aspinall against Max Hopp. Darrell Fittons tweeted his support for Nathan. Stockport darting hero.
Proper legend, Darrell.
134.
I think you'd be wanting to argue with him anyway, even if he said he was, and you didn't think so. He's a big lad, Darrell.
134.
Good darts, unit. Good darts player as well.
Very. Talking of 9 darters, he's up on TV.
85.
Oh, the fly's back.
It's still there. It's taken up residence. Steve Beaton had a bit of trouble with that one when he was playing earlier in the weekend. Dive bombed repeatedly, the old Adonis.
70.
I don't know if it was the aftershave or the hair lacquer, but he was in there.
40.
Not with the hair lacquer with Michael, would it?
No, grass don't grow on a busy street. Great adjustment.
100.
More like it. 112.
112.
Break at the end of this. He's going to have to take this out, you suspect.
Can't do it now.
88.
And you just get that feeling Van Gerwen's about to punish that.
Oh, double 16.
86.
They got the tough one, the bullseye with the second.
24.
To rescue the situation.
Not a bad first dart. Got to go this time. Oh dear.
Michael requires 16.
And there you go, punished. The double 8s from Michael Van Gerwen. He's averaging 102. Darrell Gurney shakes his head a little bit disconsolately because he's been throwing so much better than this in previous rounds, but he's not been facing the world #1. And Van Gerwen goes to that second break with just 3 more legs required. He leads 8-2. Well, it started off close in this second semi-final. It was 3-2 at the first break, but then you know who, Mr. Van Gerwen, made it 5 on the spin, Now it's 8-2 and just 3 more required to take his place in the final, having beaten Daryl Gurney. That's the way it looks as though it's going to be. 80 Lewis awaits.
And those 5 legs completed in just, yes, 67 darts.
Well, that's a very, very nice way to come back from a break.
Well, he's on the 9.
Was.
Briefly.
With Chris Mason sitting in a commentary box, accompanied by yours truly, you can almost guarantee it ain't going to happen. How many years is it ITV have covered darts since we got back into the sport? We've done 8, just about to go into our 9th, and it's all been Pike and Warrener.
140, Michael Power 161.
Beautifully set up, wasn't it? Gurney 124, starting on the 20. Oh dear.
Can't do it. 90 left.
The fly's hovering again.
53, Michael Power 36.
9s for 9-2. 7 on the spin he's had. And he's not really quite in top gear. He's averaging just shy of 102.
Daryl just off the pace. You feel he's just got involved with the Michael van Gerwen game. Sort of overplaying himself.
Mistake in any sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
Play your own game. Brilliant.
140.
But he's had a fine tournament, says Daryl.
Absolutely.
And he'll be a better player for the experience, I would have thought.
Never stop learning in this game.
171.
Super darts.
Well, he's had 3 maximums, but that doesn't show up on the stats. But I rather suspect it should do, because that is as good as. And Van Gerwen on 94, now he returns.
94.
Took a risk going that way, did Michael? With Daryl on 1-2-2. Just the 1 treble needed in this combination. Treble 18 now for Bull.
He's got it. To pull one back. Good effort. Again, hangs his head a little bit disconsolately. Tops for Van Gerwen. 10-2 and just 1 more needed.
And a stunning display.
45% checkout rate, Van Gerwen, and that's impressive.
Yeah, 5th leg, he went at an 11. And then he went on that little run of 15, 13, 12, 16, 15. And that one completed in just 13 darts.
Can clinch the match right here.
43.
Put that one in your diary.
54.
But Gurney, well, it looks as though he's gone, doesn't he? Van Gerwen inevitably, surely now moving towards victory.
He's walked into the freight train that is Michael van Gerwen.
It'll be interesting to see how AD copes with him when they get to the final. Lewis has been working really hard at his game of late, and he has started to show the really impressive form that we know he's capable of producing.
Yeah, they're equally as impressive. I don't think one player has shone more than the other, that's for sure. I think
Van Gerwen would love to get the 170 to clinch the match, and he does it. Minehead rises in acclamation And Michael van Gerwen has followed on that huge victory that A.D. Lewis produced against Mensur Suljovic by 11 legs to 1, almost as good. He has just reeled off leg after leg after leg, 9 on the spin, and he emerges as the victor in the semi-final with an average of close to 103. He's taken it 11-2, and what a final that sets up.
A nice 170 winning checkout for Michael van Gerwen. He's continued his run of reaching every final since his semis defeat in the last World Championship. Clicked into gear in familiar fashion to see off the world number 41 from Northern Ireland, Gurney. 11-2 in the end, averaging almost 103 to Darrell's 89. MVG hitting half the number of 180s that Darrell did, but he crucially hit 48% of his darts at double. And it's not too long now before he'll be back on the big stage here at Butlins in Minehead, possibly around half an hour or so, depending on the World Youth Final. But he's taking some time out now to have a word backstage with Ned.
Yeah, happy days here. Another emphatic semi-final, Michael. Pretty much everything worked there. Just a little bit of a threat from your opponent in the early legs, but after that you just cruised clear, didn't you?
It wasn't really a threat. I made a couple of mistakes. I wasn't focused enough in the beginning, and I know he's a good player, but I was the huge favorite in this game, and I also played like the favorite because I didn't make many mistakes. I played really solid, and yeah, I'm really glad with the result. Of course, that's the most important thing, and the 170 finish, of course, was really nice.
Yeah, what a way to finish the game. Yeah. 170. Just adding a little bit of lustre to a great performance. Now, you've called yourself the favourite. It's not always easy though to live with that fact.
No, it's not always easy. It's difficult for yourself, but you need to handle that pressure because I'm used to it now, and I'm already #1 in the world for nearly 2 years now. And I'm just enjoying it, and that's the most important. As long as you enjoy what you do, that's then the dart's going well as well. And yeah, I'm just a very happy man, and I hope I can continue this good form.
So, the final, Adrian Lewis, Michael van Gerwen. The Players' Championship this year has been interesting because so many big names fell so early.
Yeah, true.
But in the end, Adrian Lewis, Michael van Gerwen, that's pretty much as good as it gets, right?
Yeah, it's a fantastic final, to be fair. Yeah, me against Adrian, we always have fantastic games. But you wouldn't thought Gary Hansen, Phil Taylor, James Wade would lose that early, and people like them you miss in the tournament. But what can you say? The tournament is getting harder and harder to win, and everyone is a lot of good players in the tournament, so you can't afford any mistakes. Otherwise, they will punish them, and that's exactly what they did. But I hope I can punish one game more.
Listen, thanks for talking to us. You've only got about half an hour or so before we see you again on the Oki. Great semi-final, and good luck in the final, Michael.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Yeah, he says it's nice to check out